right, today we're going to talk about hitting off the tee. The most important fundamental of hitting is off the tee. It's appropriate for all levels. We found that out. I think a lot of the kids, as they get older, they don't want to hit off the tee because they're kind of embarrassed of hitting off the tee. Luke and I have been fortunate enough to get some behind scenes at some games. One we watched went to the Reds. We cut back some back hallway, and you hear pow, pow. Joey Votto's back here hitting off the tee after a game. We were at Texas Stadium to see Trout play. Saw Trout hitting off the tee after a game. So hitting off the tee is probably the most important fundamental we'll teach with hitting. Is the best opportunity to create muscle memory. So as we start going through and teaching off the tee, our initial setup, we'll start with the tee is where we set the tee up. So for us initially here at the start of the season, we're going to set the tee up right in the middle of the plate as if it's a pitch right down the middle and at waist high. Just a perfect pitch to hit. As the season progresses, we'll move the location of the pitch or the tee and the height of that because we'll have to adjust our swing for the inside pitch or the outside pitch. Our contact points will be different. Now for the batter, the approach is, we're putting the tee out in front of the plate. You're going to hit the ball out in front of the plate. A lot of times you'll see people putting it right on top of the plate. When we progress later in the season, we'll treat that as an inside pitch or we're getting our hands too late. But right now, we just want to create muscle memory and knock some of the rust off from the previous, from this long off season, right? So our approach to the plate is going to be different based upon every single player, right? Our stance is going to be different. Our hands are going to be different based upon our experiences, our preferences, our flexibility, our strength. But we'll talk about some of the non-negotiables that will be consistent in everyone's swing. The first will be in an athletic stance, right? Good athletic balanced stance that you would have in any sport. I like to have the back foot turned in, toe turned in a little bit. It can be even if your guy gets his hips through. If you're not, you can turn that back foot in a little bit, help get your hips through. Where you start with your hands, that's going to be a personal preference, right? We'll all end up at the same place. Luke likes to start his elbow even with his back shoulder. So the athletic stance, toe turned in is a non-negotiable. Go ahead and bring your bat up, Luke. The last thing, one thing that we will all have is the alignment of our door knocking knuckles, right? And so what I like to do is take a Sharpie and mark those knuckles. Gives them a visual when they come in a box and make sure those knuckles are lined up on their glove there, right? The other pieces we're going to see, and we'll work some other guys in here to hit, to watch for, is as we swing through, where we get all our powers from our hips, right? Our strong glutes, our hamstrings, right? So it's an explosion with the hips is what we're looking for. It's going to drive the ball. The other part we'll look for, we'll change the camera angle here in a minute, is when you make contact, this back arm is an L. Should be in the shape of an L. So as coaches or parents that are watching that, working with our kids, look for that back L. The other piece we're going to look for is the palm of this hand is straight up at the point of contact, is facing up, right? You see a lot of guys think you roll the wrist through. No, that's not how you power. You get all your powers driving through your hips through that hand straight up. We'll change the angle here shortly and show where the bat should be, the barrel of the bat. The bat should be, at best, even with your hands, or maybe slightly in front of your hands at the point of contact. Right? Luke sometimes he hits behind the ball a lot because his barrel lags behind. So he's really working on trying to get his barrel even with his hands or out in front. And the last piece that we'll all have regardless is our follow through, right? Contact doesn't start. A lot of times the kids are working on the tee, they'll just stop at contact. We want to follow all the way through, and that's a wrap back around here. That's going to look a little different based upon your flexibility, but we'll all end up with that back toe coming up. So we'll jump in here, let Luke hit a couple balls, then Brock and Colin jump in and hit a couple balls too, right? So start up. So let's make sure, Luke, that front foot, we want so it's the same consistent step. That front foot's coming this way. All our power, all our strength, all our momentum is going towards the pitcher, right? Luke has a tendency to step out. That's why this line's here on the thing, so I can watch on where his back heel is and make sure he's stepping forward, not stepping out. Good. Good. So you got that front foot stepping out. But notice at the point of contact, Karen, if you swing up here and you look at the point of contact, just watch where at the point of contact where that barrel of the bat is, right? We're trying to get that even with our hands or slightly in front of the hand. Notice the L is made here. This palm is faced straight up. Let's do a couple more and we'll work somebody else in there, right? Notice the tee is out in front of the plate. And his eyes are not staring at the ball, right? It's straight out ahead at the pitcher, envisioning it coming in, and you're making that contact. Colin, you ready to hit?
Yep.
All right, jump in here and let's let Colin hit a few. So we'll use this as your home plate or your consistent lineup, how you like to do it. Notice everybody's got a little different setup, right? Colin's elbow's down. Luke likes to have his elbow up here. This piece, it's a little different, but we'll watch the end product will be the same exact thing. And Colin, let's get that front foot stepping straight towards your pitcher, right? Let's get all our momentum going through that, right? All our momentum going through it. Notice he's at athletic stance. Colin does a really good job of getting his hips through, so he doesn't have to turn that toe. His toe, back toe is pointed straight, right? You'll have a tendency not to get mine through, and Luke's the same thing. So we have to turn that toe in a little bit, helps us get our hips through. Let's get that front step going straight towards the pitcher, right? Let's watch. Is your knuckles lined up here? Your door knuckles are lined up, right? Same thing happens, regardless. He's got a little different setup than Luke, but his palm is flat at the point of contact, right? One more, we'll let Brock get in here. A little different swing. Good. Brock, jump in here and see your little different swing. So this is the regular plate, right? So however you line up to the plate, right? So notice he's got a little different. His is kind of a combo between Colin and Luke's swing. Go ahead and swing. He ends up in the same thing. Great job on the follow through. That was a good one to watch on his follow through. He's up on that back toe. He's back, gets all the way around. Regardless of the setup, we all end up in the same place, right? Explosion of the hips. We got a good follow through. That palm was flat when it came through. Good. And once again, we're envisioning the pitch is coming from the pitcher. We're not staring at the ball. You're tracking that in. Great. All right, go ahead and stop a second.